time. So
Like
it's gonna
that,
get it's gonna get weird.
but like, okay, so another thing that I was interested in, and I think it's like a lot of people are talking about this, is how good Idubbbz really is. And you sparred Idubbbz just recently, right?
Yeah,
Can
yeah,
you
yeah,
talk a
yeah.
little
I
bit
did.
about that?
Say it one more time. What
Can you
was the
talk
last
a
thing?
little bit about that, like how it was
Oh
sparring
yeah.
Idubbbz?
So I was a little bit like anxious going into it because like we were boxing a bunch of other guys, and then when we switched partners, I went for Idubbbz. I was like, okay, here we go. Let's see how he is, and let's see how I am against him because these other guys were like pros, and they were kind of taking it easy on me, just kind of helping me and training me a little bit, giving me pointers. And then when it was me and Ian, it was basically like we're just gonna start punching each other because like we can't teach each other anything. We're still learning. So it was interesting because I couldn't tell how hard I was hitting him, and we're not going all out. And I'm still kind of gauging like, am I punching too hard? Am I matching his intensity? And he when he punched me, it hurt. Like, and we're both wearing headgear, but he was like really knocking me in the head when he'd get me, and I wasn't blocking properly. So I was punching back, and I'm thinking, I don't know if this is even doing anything to him. And then after the fight was when I said, I was like, hey man, I'm hoping I wasn't hitting too hard. He goes, well, you were hitting hard. I was like, oh, okay, sorry. But he's like, no, it was good because he's like, he was basically letting me know, you know how to hit. You're definitely making contact and like hitting me well. So it was nice to hear that for me. But when he was punching me, he hits very hard, like for real. And I was like, it jogged my one time he hit me, and I was like, it jogs your head and you kind of can't see for a second. You gotta like look back and you're afraid to look and you're kind of like closing your eyes because you're still like wincing and stuff. So he hit me really hard in the head. And I was like, okay, he's strong for a guy who was like super skinny. And now he weighs like 185 pounds. He's like big and strong, and he's taller than I am. So it's a little bit of an indicator of what I'm going to go up against with Matt because Matt is taller than me and has long arms. But yeah, he definitely has hitting power, and he took me down to my knee at one point because he hit me directly in the stomach. I didn't block
Ooh.
it; it hit me like in the solar plexus, and it like knocked the wind out of me. And I tried to like compose myself. I was like, okay, I can handle it. I can handle it. And I was like, ooh, no, I can't. Like a second later, I had to go to my knee. And I was like, this isn't good. This isn't good for me for the fight because I need to be able to get through that. And I don't want to have to like stop. It's going to be super embarrassing. And I want to just power through. But I have to learn how to block better. It taught me a lot sparring with Ian, that he's good. He knows what he's doing. And luckily, I'm not fighting him because I think he's taking it more serious than my opponent is, Matt, who has told me he's not taking it very seriously, or at least as much as I am. So I'm getting better. I'm feeling good, and I'm hoping that all of this sparring with Ian and everyone is going to help me beat Matt. I mean, I'm feeling very confident, but every day I'm learning something. So